So here's my 2021 BMW F900R. I got it with 2,000 miles on it. It's a really good bike, to be honest with you guys. A lot of stuff is electronics. I'll go through just like what all we got going on here. What I really like, just one thing real quick, is the center stand. That's a pretty neat addition. It reminds me of the FZ8 and FZ1. But yes, I really like it. I've put about 2,000 miles on it already from when I got it about a month and a half ago. Taking it on some long trips. This is a short-term ownership review of the bike, and I'm going to say that this is a brilliant bike. It's a really good bike. They designed it really well, but I'll go over a lot of things just right now with you guys. When I got the bike, the fairings were it was the blue color, so the front fender was matte black, center gas tank piece silver. These are blue. These were silver. Everything was stock on it, so when I got it, I mean, no exhaust. It was just, a stock exhaust. Fairings, of course, were different color, but there's a lot of things that this bike has that I'm not necessarily used to, so I'll go over a lot of the features. But real quick, I'll talk about the gas tank capacity. I'm only usually able to get about 180 miles out of it at most, usually sitting around 170 full. So it's pretty, I think it's okay, but it's pretty accurate too. I got it down to about one mile left, and it's still held up to the gas station. So right there you can see the miles left until I need to fill up, and then you can change it to what you want it to be like. That's just having gas bars. This shows how many miles in total, your trip 2, good miles per gallon. I don't know what these are, to be honest with you. And then this is your tire pressure in the front and the rear, which is really neat. That's a neat deal. There is no key. There is a key, but it's a key fob setup. So this is how the key looks, and you do have a little key in there, but this is for the back seat. So you put it in there, open up the back seat. There's other things, like these are buttons. I'm not entirely sure what they do yet, but maybe somebody in the comments that has one can explain it to us. It's got cruise control, heated grips, different riding modes. We got dynamic, we have dynamic pro, rain, and road. I always keep it on dynamic, but the road mode is nice to have. The suspension, you can change the suspension. This is road. I got it on road. You can change it to dynamic or road. This is also not the only screen you have. You have another screen you can use for the track, which this is really neat. It shows your lean angle, a bunch of other cool gadgets there. So I really like that. I have not tried it yet, but it's pretty cool. Cruise control works well. I think, you can also turn traction control off right here. Off. Well, okay, it's back on now. But it comes stock with a quick shifter as well. It's really neat. The quick shifter works pretty good most of the time, but it still has its flaws, of course, just like any. A lot of the BMWs have a little bit of issues with quick shifter sometimes, so not a big deal. Still in the works of it, but it's okay. I don't have really many cons on the bike. The cons that I have, these are going to be the only cons that I have, really. The main thing is that sometimes some of the electronics will screw up. Like the cruise control screwed up the other day. Well, actually it was a few weeks ago, and it kept shutting off and stuff, and I couldn't get it to turn back on. I had to turn the bike off and then turn it back on and it started working again. But just little things like that. And also the quick shifter issue, which is not necessarily too big of an issue, but sometimes it's just like, it kind of like gives a little weird double shifting type of it feels like you shifted twice, and it gives a little bit of a jump, and it's kind of strange, but you notice it on the S1000 RR too sometimes, so I'm not sure. It's not really too big of an issue, but so those are my only cons. Other than that, I think the bike's great. There's some things that people don't like. They don't like the tail light and the license plate, like how big this is. I think if I did the fender eliminator that it would look kind of odd. I think that the bike is just, for how the wheelbase is set and everything, and for how short that piece of the frame is right there, I just think having the fender eliminator would be kind of odd. But there's other ideas. If you got the fender eliminator and then you got like a little license plate and a mud guard and license plate mount right here, I think that would actually look okay. Like some of the MT-09s have them on them. But that's just what I think. The heated grips work pretty well. I had it on my CRF 250L as well, or the last one I had. We got Brembos in the front. The headlight's amazing. There's some features that I really like. We have, like, when you're driving and you're turning and you have the turn signal on, once you like get it back up to normal and you shift like one gear up or whatever, I don't know if it's a timer or what, the turn signals will automatically shut off, so that's really neat. Also, when you're at night and you start leaning into a corner, we have extra lights that'll pop on and give more ground coverage for you, so that is a really cool gadget as well. So it's pretty cool. I like this bike. It's probably one of my favorites now. I haven't actually had a BMW ever. I had an Aprilia. This is my 28th bike. I've had a bunch of Japanese bikes, and I had Aprilia. Aprilia and BMW are the only European bikes I've had, and BMW did not disappoint me for coming into this, so it's pretty neat. I like it. These are passenger handles, but they also come. It also comes with like luggage container mounts right there. I did not get the luggage containers, but it is a pretty neat deal if you want to take it on little trips and stuff. That is perfect. This bike would definitely do it for you. Okay, I'm gonna do the little bit of an exhaust review right now so you guys can hear it. I've got a couple more videos. You guys can go watch them and see how you like it. It sounds really, really good on the videos, so. Doesn't really get much better than that, to be honest with you guys. That's an amazing sound.